Hi everyone, my name Teacher Ilona Smith. Welcome back to my channel, and those that are new here, welcome to my channel. If you're looking anything business studies, from how I explain the chapters, what chapters to expect in exams and past papers, this is a channel for you. So I would consider that you subscribe so that you don't miss any of my uploads. Grade 10s, November exams, final exams. Let's see what's in store for you. Alright, grade 10, so just remember the November exams are very similar to the June exams. So you're going to have a paper 1 and you're going to have a paper 2. Now you may ask, what chapters are you going to study? Well, tag along. I'm going to show you what to expect, what chapters will be in what paper, and I'm also going to go through an example of a past paper so you can see exactly how it's set out, and you will see clearly that it is very similar to how it was done in June. Before we get started, I want you to comment down below, when are you writing paper 1 and paper 2? Why is this necessary? Let's join in the fun, for one. Number 2, so that I can see, according to my schedule, when I should upload my past paper videos and a whole walkthrough for paper 1 and paper 2, because the last thing I want is to miss it. I know different provinces and different schools have different dates, so please pop your date down below. It's not necessary to say which school you're from or which province. If you want to, you're more than welcome to put that in, but I'd like to know so that I can map out and schedule it so that I can get on busy and get on rolling with those slides so I can have it for you ready for when you write. So here I have on my screen the exam guidelines. You can get this from the internet. I'll put the link down below so you can download this. So here are the examination guidelines for grade 10 for paper 1 and paper 2. This is 2023. This is the latest version. So you're going to scroll down. It's going to give you a bit of information. Okay, if you want to read exactly how the paper is set out, this is more for teachers. All right, and then here we have the structure of the paper. So as you may know, we've got section A, which is compulsory. That is your multiple choice, matching items, and choose the word to fill into the sentence. 30 marks. Then you have section B, where there are 3 questions, and you must answer only 2 questions. And it's going to be 40 marks and 40 marks, making it 80 marks in total. Then you're going to have section C, where you're going to have 2 essays, and you are going to only answer 1 essay of 40 marks. All right, so paper 1. So here is the structure for paper 1. So you'll see that there are 2, 4, 6, 8 chapters. Only these chapters will be assessed and asked in your paper 1. So we have business environments and business operations. In business environments, we have the micro environment, the market, and the macro environment, the interrelationship between these 3 environments, business sectors, and contemporary socio-economic issues. If you would like to see more on this video, I have recorded and uploaded all of these videos on the business environment side, so go check it out. Then on the other side, we have business operations. Here we have business functions and activities and concept of quality. All right, so how do we use this table? I am going to do a bit of a repeat from June, so if you watched in June, you would know, and you're welcome to skip past the section. So how it is set out is, question 1, section A, is mixed. So you're going to have any of these chapters, it's going to be mixed. Then you're going to have section B, which is going to be question 2, 3, and 4. All right, so how is it set out? We work from left to right. So you're going to have the business environments. You're going to see there in business environments that you are going to be asked in question 2 questions only on the business environments: micro, macro, market, interrelationship, business sectors, and socioeconomic issues. Then when we move to question 3, you are only going to be asked about business functions and activities and the concept of quality. Then we move to question 4. Question 4 is going to be half-half. You'll see it's got a heading saying business environment with a few questions, and then business operations with a few questions. So generally it is split 20 marks for business environment and 20 marks for business operations, depending on who's sending the paper, depending on the memo and the marking guidelines. Right, so in this section, my advice to you would be, when you are studying, already map out and plan which sections are easier for you to remember, which come more naturally to you, which are easier for you to understand. In my personal opinion, I would choose business environments just because I enjoyed them so much when I was doing it in school, as well as when I was studying. And for me, they come a bit more naturally, which I do believe it comes like that for most students. So if you're going to choose business environments, you're going to answer questions 2 and question 4, right? If you want to do business operations, which is the business function and activities, as well as concept of quality, you're going to do questions 3 and 4. The reason I'm stating this as a guide for learners is because it does summarize, map out, and help you with studying, and also to achieve those high marks of those 80% that you all want to receive. So if you're going to do questions 2 and 3, you are going to do all 8 of these chapters. Whereas if you are going to be focused on a specific chapter and you're going to grind down, study more, and really put your head in the books, then you need to choose one of the 2. Am I saying disregard the other one? No, please do not mistake me and misunderstand. I am not saying do not study the other section. So if you're doing questions 2 and 4, 40 marks is going to come from business environments. And then for question 4, 20 marks is going to come from business environments and the other 20 from business operations. Do you see that already the 40 plus the 20, now we're in a math class, is 60 marks. That's 60 marks out of 150. So if you're going to do that focus, whereas if you're going to do questions 2 and 3 together, you're going to have 40 marks for business environment and 40 marks for business operations. Do you see the difference? Now the essay. Oh goodness, what is the essay? So many comments. What's the essay? Can you advise us on the essay? I don't know what the essay is. Give us the essay. So I cannot do that, but I'm going to advise you. So section C, you're going to have question 5 and question 6. Right. How does it work? Again, we're working left to right. So business environments first. So question 5 essay will be on business environments specifically. Okay? Let me say that again. Business environments is going to be question 5's essay. So if you're asking what's going to be the essay, it could be from the microenvironment, the market, the macro, the interrelationship, the business sectors, or socio-economic issues. But remember, some of these chapters are very short. So can they combine them? Of course they can combine them. So they may have an essay of micro, macro, and market as one essay. Okay? My take on this, and please, I need to put a disclaimer, this is only my opinion. They might do a combination of those 3 environments, micro, macro, market, or the essay could be socioeconomic issues. Okay? I've just seen it in past videos and in past papers that seems to be a trend. Now, question 6. What is the essay for question 6? Well, it's either going to be business functions and activities or the concept of quality. Those are your choices in that essay specifically. Can they do for the 4 bullets 2 from one chapter and 2 from another chapter? Of course they can. Typically they don't, but they can. It's a strange thing, but I've seen it before. So let's hop onto a paper 1 and let's see exactly how this is played out. And I will show you where you can see and where you can map out and see exactly what I'm saying with the question 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so this is a Northwest Provincial Government paper For grade 10, I struggled to find, so I was able to find this one, and I will also link it down below. So we have Business Studies, Paper 1, November 2024. 2-hour paper, that's a bit of a difference from June, and it's 150 marks, also a bit of a difference from June. Scrolling down, you will see here again, Section A is compulsory. Section B, answer, there are going to be 3 questions, answer 2 of them. Section C, 2 questions, answer 1 of them. Now, how does this work? And I need to emphasize this. Apologies for the traffic. If you are going to, in Section B, answer question 2, 3, and 4, how it's going to work is the person marking your paper is only going to mark your first 2 questions, meaning they're going to mark question 2 and question 3. Now you may ask, what if you did better in question 4? That doesn't matter. It is in the marking guidelines where it says you need to mark the first 2 questions only. With your essay, if you're going to do question 5 and 6, I know it sounds crazy. You might be saying to me, but ma'am, no one's going to do that. I have seen it in the past, and teachers would probably agree with me. We have seen it. If you're going to answer both essays, we're going to mark the first 1. We're going to mark your question 5. And what breaks my heart is what sometimes learners will do is they'll do question 5 halfway, and then they'll do question 6 and not scratch out question 5. If you make that mistake, always remember to scratch out and cross out and make sure you let your examiner and your teacher know this is not what I'm answering, right? Because if you don't scratch it out, we see it as you answered both, and we're going to mark your first 1, even if you've done half of it. And it breaks my heart, truly. Truly, truly, truly. If there's anything that breaks my heart, it would be that. All right, continuing. Please use this table as a guide. So you'll see here, please use this as a guide. Section A, question 1, you need to spend 20 minutes on that question. Okay? Then you have section B. Here, you need to spend 70 minutes, so you're going to go half-half with the 2 questions you answer. And then section C, your essay should take you 30 minutes. Please map out your time accordingly so that you have enough time and you're not rushing it for the essay. All right, section A, question 1. Here you'll see the business environment has full control over the which environment. Here we can see this is business environments. Finna supermarket operates in the what sector because they sell groceries to customers? Business sectors. The level of management is responsible for high productivity, technological assistance, and motivating employees. We have general, lower, top, middle level management. Continuing. Okay, here at the bottom we have quality. Here we have microenvironment because we are setting goals. Right, so you see it's all mixed. Then for the next section, the what is used to finance long-term capital needs. A process of breaking down a plan into an action is known as what. You can see, once again, I'm not going to mention all of the chapters, but you can see it's mixed. Then moving down to our table, we have financial function, business functions. National Consumer Commission, public relations, inclusive, and strategy. Section B, once again, we are reminding you, answer any 2 questions in this section. Right, clearly indicate your question numbers. So, here do you see question 2, what does it say? Business environments, meaning these 40 marks are going to be business environments only. List any 4 components of microenvironment. Outline the purpose of organizational culture. Here's a scenario, socio-economic issues. It's on the business environment side. Discuss possible solutions to unemployment, socio-economic issues. Identify 2 business sectors, business sectors. Interrelationship between business and customer, interrelationship between the markets. And then the importance of the formal sector. Moving on. Question 3, do you see business environments? It correlates with what I showed you in the table. Name any 3 factors that influence organizational structure. That's business activities. Outline what? Quality indicators. Quality. Identify the business function. Business functions. Explain the purpose of the function. Identify quality indicators. So on and so forth, right? Can you see what I'm telling you? Right. Then we have question 4, miscellaneous topics. Do you see here once again? We start with business environments. Elaborate on the meaning of macro environment. Explain the reason why economic component poses a challenge to businesses. Identify 2 components of the market environment. Evaluate reasons why competition poses a challenge. Then do you see halfway we have business operations, like I mentioned. Name any 2 activities of the administration function. Outline the importance of public relations. Quote the importance of quality. Explain other importances of quality. Distinguish the differences between quality control and quality assurance. Ooh, they love asking that one. Oh, I see it in grade 11 and grade 12 as well. They love asking that one. Do you see? Total section, 80 marks. It's the 40 marks for both questions. Now we move on to section C. We tell you once again, answer any 1 question. Sorry if I'm coming across aggressive, but I need to emphasize this for learners so that they understand. You are wasting your time by doing questions that are not going to be marked. Moving on. So here, what did they choose? Question 5 is socio-economic issues. So it's going to be anything within socio-economic issues. Do you see, once again, moving back, business environments. So here we have, explain the meaning of strikes, discuss negative impacts of strikes, outline the purpose of inclusivity, advise management on reasons why socio-economic issues pose a challenge on the business, 40 marks. Question 6, like I mentioned, here we go, business operations. They chose business functions. So here we have, outline the purpose of the purchasing function. Explain the difference between credit payment and cash payments. Discuss purchasing procedures. Advise businesses on the impact on National Credit Act on businesses for 40 marks. So do you see, moving back to this table, that you use this table to guide you in seeing which questions that you should focus on. And already, so when that question gets asked, what is the essay? There's a guide for you. So if you are going to do business operations, that one's a bit of a simpler form to explain, right? It's either going to be business functions or the concept of quality. Go to past papers, go in your books, go look at the learner book on the Western Cape Department of Education. I'll link it down below. Go look at those and you will clearly see questions and exam, you will see essays on how they ask these, right? Now, if you are unsure about how they can assess these specific chapters, this is where the exam guidelines becomes very important. So if you scroll down beyond this table, you will see here's business environments, microenvironment, right? Here is everything, the components. Then here is important for you learners. Learners should be able to, these are questions, let's look through them. Define or elaborate the meaning of the microenvironment. Outline, explain, discuss, or describe the various components in the microenvironment. Identify components of the microenvironment, and so on and so on. So if you keep on scrolling, you'll see next we're doing business operations, the business functions. There's a bit of what the chapters are. And then here you will see we're first doing a recap of the business functions. Then we are outlining, explaining, and discussing the difference between management and leadership, and so on. Okay, with all the different functions you can see there. That's why this is quite a large document. Business operations, the concept of quality. Learners should be able to Elaborate on the meaning of quality, quality control, quality assurance. Wasn't that in the essay? Exactly. Explain or distinguish the difference between quality control and quality assurance, and so on and so on. Market environment. Learners should be able to. Questions. Macro. Learners should be able to. Interrelationship. Learners should be able to. Business sectors. Learners should be able to. Contemporary socio-economic issues. Learners should be able to. Then we move on to paper 2. Right. So here we have business ventures and business roles. So again, the same formatting. So here in business ventures, we have forms of ownership, business opportunity and related factors, presentation of business information, and a business plan. On business roles, we have social responsibility, creative thinking and problem solving, relationship and team performance. Right. So when you're asking the question, which questions get asked where? We're working left to right. So business ventures is going to be question 2. Business roles, question 3. And then question 4, there's going to be a section of business ventures and a section of business roles. Section C, question 5, business ventures. Question 6, business roles. Let's look at that in practice with a past paper. Right, another one from the Northwest Provincial Government, grade 10, business studies, paper 2. Again, 150 marks, 2 hours. Once again, we are reminding you, section A is compulsory. Section B consists of 3 questions you answer, 2. Section C, 2 questions you answer, 1. And here's your timing again. Okay, section A, question 1. Here we will see the name of a state-owned company ends with the letters. That is your forms of ownership, business ventures. What are designed to collect information from people in writing about their attitudes, preferences, level of knowledge, personalities, and or beliefs. So here we're looking at presentation of business data, business ventures again. An example of verbal presentation, I think that says it in itself. The what technique, if you hear the word technique, creative thinking and problem solving should pop up in your mind. The what technique links key concepts using images and lines to a central concept. An initiative to address inclusivity in the workplace. And then here we have it again. What refers to when businesses see itself in the future, right? A non-profit company managers are called. Offering financial literacy to workers is a possible initiative to address what? Okay, it's all mixed. Then we have the columns, again, Chief Executive Officer, initiative to address unemployment, limited liability, interactive whiteboards, force field analysis, all mixed. Then we have section B, answer any 2 questions. We mark your first 2. Do you see question 2, business ventures? Name any 4 types of cooperatives. Outline the characteristic of sole trader. Differentiate between a private and a personal liability company. Identify the visual aid, all on the same side. Discuss factors that you should consider when preparing for a verbal presentation. Ooh, they love asking that one. Ooh, grade 11 and grade 12 as well. I see it all the time. State 4 components of a business plan. That is in your business plan chapter. Describe the protocol for conducting research. Advise businesses on the importance of addressing needs and desires to identify business opportunities. That's your business opportunities chapter. 40 marks. Then we have question 3, business roles. Name any 4 steps in the problem-solving cycle. Creative thinking and problem solving. Outline the advantages of creative thinking. Same chapter. Identify the problem-solving technique. Suggest ways in which creative business opportunities can realistically be implemented. Elaborate on the meaning of interpersonal relationships. Define the term social responsibility, giving practical examples. That's social responsibility. Recommend initiatives the business can take to address poverty as a socio-economic issue. Question 4, miscellaneous. Business ventures. First, state any 4 type of legal requirements of a business. Outline the factors that must be considered when designing a presentation. So we're on the business ventures side. This is a very long scenario. Okay, but we are compiling a SWOT analysis. Makes sense. Advise businesses on the advantages of a public company. Then we have business roles. You see, that's the second half of question 4. Elaborate on the meaning of creative thinking. Distinguish between problem solving and decision making. Explain how businesses can use creative thinking to generate entrepreneurial opportunities. Define the meaning of corporate social responsibility. Recommend initiatives that can be used to address HIV/AIDS as a socio-economic issue. Then we have question 5 and question 6. Question 5, business ventures, like I mentioned. We have the business plan specifically. So we are outlining the importance of the marketing and the research plan. We are explaining the meaning of a marketing mix with the reference to any 4 of the 7 P's. Explain the importance of a business plan and then recommend strategies to overcome competition in the market. I just want to mention here, right? I know I didn't go through this in the rest of the paper, but if they specifically say any 4, we are marking your first 4. Okay, so if they give a numerical value to that, if you are listing any 3, listing any 4, naming any 5, we are going to mark your first 4, your first 5, your first 3, depending if it gives a numerical value. Then we are going to mark your first 3, your first 4. You'll see it in marking guidelines. Then question 6 is business roles, relationships, and team performance. Oh, I'm glad I did this video, so at least you have it up there. Right, we are going to outline the benefits of teamwork. Explain any 3 criteria for successful team performance. So we're marking your first 3. Describe any 3. We're marking your first 3. That can influence team relationships, and then suggest ways in which businesses can create an environment that enables teams to work effectively. Right, so there we have what you will need for paper 1 and for paper 2. I'm going to pop them right up again so you guys can look through what you can expect for paper 1, all right? And look at your chapters and, like I said, map it out. But do not exclude one or the other side, because you're still going to get asked it in question 1, which is mixed, your multiple choice. And if you do question 4, you're still going to have half of the other one. And here is paper 2, same thing. Do not exclude one or the other side. I'm not saying study one side specifically. No, I'm merely saying put a bit more focus into one side versus the other. All right, so I really hope this video helped you guys today. And yeah, I just want to wish you all the best of luck for the November exams. I know it's stressful, and I know in your head you're like, oh my goodness, I'm doing all 4 of the term's work. It's the whole year's work. These are the marks. It's going to be in my report. What? I'm going to give you a little bit of comfort. So yes, term 4 does count the most in weighting, correct? But your hard work from term 1, 2, and 3 get calculated together, and that gets added to your term 4, paper 1, and paper 2 marks to make your business studies marks. So don't feel like all the pressure is on for term 4. The hard work you have shown throughout the year is going to be added to this. In the same flip side, if you have maybe messed up in the year, it was a harder year than you expected, you still have term 4 to recover and make up for that. But remember, please don't study the night before, 2 days before, 3 days before. I need you to start studying a couple weeks before. Remember this, right? You have been tested on all of your chapters. All of these chapters I've mentioned in paper 1 and paper 2, you have been tested on everything except relationship and team performance. So you've already written your term 1 paper on these chapters. In term 2, you've done all of the term 1 again and term 2 topics. And then in term 3, you did the term 3 topics only. So you've been tested on all of those. The only one that you haven't been tested on is relationship and team performance, which in my mind, you should still have knowledge of all those other chapters. So from my side, I'm done giving a speech and a lecture. I just want to say, I wish you all the very, very best of luck. Please let me know if there's any videos that you would like me to upload. I know I haven't finished the curriculum for grade 10, and this is a work in progress. Just know I do post for grade 10, 11, and 12. So the schedule's a bit backed and a bit busy. But I do want to do a grade 10 paper and go through the past paper with you all. So if you're interested, please pop it down below. I want to thank you all for watching my video today and for supporting my channel. If you liked it, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any business studies videos, because grade 10s, I'm doing this for grade 11 and grade 12 as well. So join along, come with the journey, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Best of luck for the exams. Bye for now.